Autumn and I and our two pups, Smokey and Blue, are living about a half a mile out in the desert. I lost my job in 2020. Autumn lost hers within weeks after that, I think. I worked as a night shift cashier. Lost my job stopping a robbery. I carry a sidearm, and company policy says you can't carry a firearm while on shift. We came out this far because of a situation where we were almost robbed for a bunch of our guns. We had like some issues with some people. It was a dangerous situation. So this was the safest place I knew that we could take my camper, park it, and it would be far enough away to where it wouldn't be a lure for these people to come and hit me again. My truck broke down, and now we are here.
Okay, Mark is joining the conversation virtually from Arizona as well. Hello, Mark.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm well. Thanks for joining us. We've been talking about y'all's life situation, and I'm curious, are you happy where you are and what your circumstance is, or are you wanting something different?
Well, I'm happy with who I have, and I'm happy with my family. But with our circumstances, no. I don't think anybody would be.
Yeah.
We're caught in between our values and beliefs, addiction, and poverty. So, I mean, it is what it is. We definitely want to change it, but...
What do you want to change it to?
Well, I would say, well, if we could live off the grid and do it right without the methadone clinic being a ball and chain, that's one. It's easier said than done. I've definitely had my tries at that. And then it comes down to the financials. If you want to live off the grid, a lot of people think it's just going out into the wild, but it isn't. You need the right gear.
Yeah, it'd be close to what we're doing right now, but more efficiently and easier, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Are you on methadone to stay off of heroin just like Autumn is?
Yes.
Okay, so she was on heroin when you met her, or was she on methadone when you met her?
No,
neither. She wasn't. Neither.
He's 11 years older than me, so
yeah, I've actually been an addict for quite some time.
How long?
When we met, well, I started smoking pot when I was like 12, 13 years old, but hard drugs, as far as heroin's concerned, 20 years old. I'm 40 now. It hasn't been straight through addiction the whole time to heroin. I've been on and off the methadone program for quite some time. And when me and Autumn started dating 7 years ago, I had hit the streets, and it was the first time I was on the streets with a beautiful young woman, and I felt there was a lot of dangers out on the streets for her, and so I brought her back to Wisconsin, kind of kicking and screaming, but told her that even if your family doesn't accept me when we get there, I was worried for her safety, and I'd turn around and drive home if that was the case, as long as she was safe.
But I started heroin without him. We weren't dating yet, just kind of separately.
Okay. How long have both of you been going to a methadone clinic?
4 years, 5 years, 4.
The methadone clinic is definitely on the grid. You're walking into town and getting water, and that's on the grid. So you're kind of on the edge, right?
Most definitely.
And do you have any kind of plan to transition from where you are now, which is just basically homeless, to being self-sufficient, where you have a quality of life much better than what you have now?
Well, we had some ideas, but as of recently, I just started applying for jobs again.
At least one of us get at least a part-time job, even if it is at a crappy minimum wage place.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.